Welcome to your daily focus, December the 21st, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you for showing up, truly. Now, if you like me, remember to hit the like button, please. Although most of you do already. I don't need to say this stuff, but people say I don't promote myself enough. So it's the message. If you're supposed to hear it, then you'll show up here. That's the way I look at things. But if you want to be the first to view the readings, ring the bell, subscribe, support me in some way, that would be great. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. I did go down for a couple of days. A pesky little earache again. I never thought earaches were so bad. Oh, I pity anybody who's ever lived through one now. This is just, at least they're getting farther apart, so we're going in the right direction. But still, good golly, Miss Molly. Numerology 21. 21 is about the end of cycles. It's about endings, but it's more than just about endings. It's about new beginnings. The things that we have to end in our life, move into the past, put completion on, heal from, are paramount to us really stepping into a new path waiting for us. It could be a new best friend, a new lover, a new partner, a new soulmate, a spouse. It could be a child. Deciding to have a child. Absolutely. So maybe there's some things that you need to deal with in your life in order to really bring that dream into a true thought and a true reality. But it could be just about anything. It could be in order for you to start a workout program or go hiking or cycling or swimming or joining that group, or starting that group, or starting a business, or gaining a promotion, or stepping into a job, a new job, a different job, one that feeds upon your passions, your joys. Absolutely. That's what the 5 energy is all about. That is our yearly energy. That is what we are nearing the end of it. So I think, if anything, it'll be ramped up a little bit as this new energy comes in, to teach us a whole different set of values and ways of dealing with energy and bringing things into our life that we lack and letting things away from our life that we have too much that has become clutter. It's not abundance, it's clutter, for goodness sakes. Okay, numerology of the day. Oh, and the 2 + 1 is a 3. Forgot to mention that. And that's about planting the seed. That's about your creativity. That is about fertility. That is about birthing an idea, a dream, a desire, a goal, a way of being, becoming. And it's very much in tune with the energy that we are already feeling from the full moon, because that was heavily laden with the 9 energy, was it not? So it's continuing is what it's doing. So we are still feeling that very strongly. So if you missed that video, there should be a link somewhere for it. If not, it's on my main YouTube page. So, take a gander. Understand the energy. The more you understand the energy that is around you, the easier it is to go forward. The easier it is for you to take the next step, because you're not going against the current. You're going with the flow, because you know the energy. And so the things that you thought you were going to do, you're not going to do. You're going to move that over to another day when maybe the moon is more in a line, or Mercury is, or the sun is, or the numerology has a better vibration, whatever. Okay, so this is why I'm giving you all this information. But if you've missed the full moon, please go back. Now, if we do the daily numerology, it would be an 11. So there's our teacher coming out, our illuminator coming out, asking us to take a bigger risk on ourselves, a bigger chance on ourselves, to really embrace that inner warrior within you, of who you can be and what you can accomplish. and fuel that warrior with passion and desire. The 11 is about self-sacrifice, giving more of yourself than in order to reach that goal. And self-sacrifice could be leaving something short-term, something long-term. Could be giving up on one part of your life in order to bring into the existence a new way of being, becoming. You may want to wake up earlier. That means bedtime needs to be earlier. Maybe supper now needs to be moved. You know, how does it domino your day? You just can't say, well, then I'll just go to bed a half an hour earlier. Then I'll wake up a half an hour earlier, because it never works like that. Because you eat and then you watch that TV or that Netflix, or you spend time with a loved one, or however you fill in the gaps there. And then you read, or you meditate, or you journal, or you do your gratitude, prayer. Whatever your routine is, all of it needs to now flow in a new direction. It takes time to get everything in order. So give yourself 30 days or 90 days and put constant reminders around you so that you don't forget to do it, because it's not part of who you are. Okay. But the 11 energy asks us to cut away what no longer serves us, what no longer matters. So once again, it's about the endings, the completions. And it's about putting your focus and your attention on a dream, on a desire, on a want, on something that you want to celebrate down the road, a success. And what does that success look like for you? And put that goal in mind so you see exactly where in the path you need to clear the clutter. Put it in the past. Maybe you want to get your finances in order. Well, then you need to look at where you are financially. Do you have debt? Now, how are we going to pay that down? How much money do we have at the end of the week, at the end of the month? Do we have more month than money? How do we reorganize that? And it's going to include your spending habits, maybe your extracurricular habits. Maybe you need to, I don't know, buy a chicken and make chicken sandwiches for yourself for the entire week instead of going out for lunch every day, whatever it might be for you. But it's not just, I'm going to save money, because you need that plan. You need that process. And you're not going to be able to really stick to it at first, but you're going to give it that focus. The 11 says, give me the focus. Give me the attention. Don't worry about the other stuff. Make a commitment that you are going to go forward. And you're going to roll up your sleeves, and you're going to do the hard work. And you're going to raise the bar on yourself even a little bit. And wow, watch the success happen with 11 energy as well. The 11 energy can bring in very quick results for you. Okay, what's happening in the sky, you say? Well, the sun in the morning moves into Capricorn. So we become more responsible. I don't think we lack ambition. I think we have the ambition yet, but definitely responsibility. We want completion. That's how we get satisfaction. So now the energy comes in to say, hey, if you finish this, if you complete it, if you can leave it in the past, we're going to feel really good inside about who we are and what we've accomplished. So it's a beautiful energy to set those long-term goals. And start, and I know it's a full moon and we're really not supposed to start things, but in order to set that goal and see where you want to go, now we're going to look at the here and now and say what needs to go in order for me to truly move in that direction and start working towards that, removing a hurdle, removing a wall, opening a door, clearing the clutter, whatever it may be for you. Moon will also, I think we have most of the day, the moon is in Cancer, but then the moon moves into Leo. So we have the sun moving away from a fire sign, and we have the moon moving into a fire sign. So we're going to feel a little bit of all the energy. It's going to be probably a very balanced day, more or less, in the energy, because we'll be feeling it all. We'll be feeling the fixed, and we'll be feeling the mutable. We'll be feeling it all. So definitely the fixed. And the cardinal energy and the fire energy. And we're going to be feeling it all. So that's the beauty of it, I think, in the water, I believe. Anyways, Mercury is talking away. Mercury's talking to Saturn, which makes our words strong. And so this is a day for research. analyzing things, good organizational skills on this kind of day. So if you want to rearrange that closet, this is the day to do it. Concentration is much better. Serious thinking is definitely a part of it. And we have this mental toughness about ourselves when Mercury and Saturn are getting along. So we can make those important decisions. We can work through any difficult issues that arise during the day. And this has probably been going on, so you might have already encountered it, and it will continue probably for a day or so. Then Mercury and Uranus are getting along. So change, a little bit of excitement coming into our life. And usually when it's Mercury and Uranus, it doesn't rock our boat. It's just, it shows up and it's fun and it becomes a memory and you move on in life. There's no, because we had fun, now we have to look at where we dropped the ball here. There's none of that. We don't have, and it doesn't, anything that happens, it's not a bunch of chaos or utter confusion going on. It's very important to follow your intuition in this kind of energy, to be flexible in this kind of energy, because Uranus can just throw you just anything. Life can change on a dime, but they're getting along. So maybe it be because you're reading something, or you're listening to something, or somebody, or you're talking to somebody, and something, there's sparks in the air, good sparks, things happening, things flowing. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say, shall we? So it's a high energy kind of day for you. So get out there and use it. What's the bottom card, everybody? Oh, look at that. A change of perception with the Eight of Swords. The way we thought we had to go is no longer an issue. The way we thought we were cornered and we couldn't move forward, no longer an issue. Trying to make heads or tails out of a situation or something that you were trying to learn, clarity comes in, understanding comes in. We rip off the blindfold. We see now what we didn't want to see before. Usually that's the case. It's like being head over heels in love, and 6 months later you're going, you know, he did that the first time I was with him. Why didn't I walk then? Now he, oh my gosh. And he tried, obviously he was holding it back. Or her, or them. Stay open-minded, especially when it comes to new opportunities, different paths to walk that maybe you've never even thought of before. Give it a little bit of pause. Okay? Exciting things can happen when Mercury and Uranus are getting along in the sky this way. Look at this, the Six of Wands. Yeah, celebrate you. Absolutely. This is a day to celebrate you, your successes, where you want to go, who you want to become. Absolutely. Who you are now. Because you already hold the gift of who you're becoming inside of you. You just have to figure out how to unlock all those little boxes so you let the light shine. So you let the true you out and the true potential of you. I'm listening to, forget the name. I think it's something about the inner warrior, though. Bruce Lee. And his theology. And it's quite spiritual so far, but one of the things that he talks about is about how we, as a Western culture, and I know not all of you are a Western culture, but the Western culture teaches us how to close down that inner warrior, to keep it at bay, to not use maybe that anger or that potent raw energy that we're taught to keep down, how to utilize it and bring it out when you need it, to use it to drive you, to move you, to motivate you. So pay attention to that inner warrior, okay? And know that you've grown. And know that there's more growing to do. There's more potential. So celebrate that potential that is already within you. That's Bruce Lee was saying. It's already in there. We just need to open up those boxes. We just need to unlock, find those keys. So a lot of it is looking within, growing your knowledge, following your intuition. Here we are celebrating us, who we are and where we're going. And here's the real kicker is we're not resting. We're not throwing a party. We're not taking a couple of days to go to the spa. No, we are in full armor. We are ready to go after, to tackle it, to embrace it. The struggles, the challenges, the heartache, the laughter, the smile, the joy, the celebrations, all of it. We want it all. We don't just want part of it anymore. We want it all. And now we have the sun in Capricorn. The sun in Capricorn is going to allow us to make the strategy, to climb that mountain, right? The goat, climb that mountain. How they get up there is beyond me. They've got 4 legs. I don't know. But somehow they figure out how to get to the top of the mountain. The ram, the goats, it's amazing. So it's that determination. It's about not looking down, but looking up and seeing where you're going and figuring out the strategy, figuring out the plan. And you have till the 19th or the 20th of January to really captivate this energy of the Capricorn sun and use it. And then once the moon enters Leo, we get that fire happening. So, and that's all about creating joy and laughter. So pay attention to your dreams, your wants, your desires, because they're closer and more obtainable than you would ever think. And now's the time to become aware, right? The change in, it should be the bottom card yet, the change in perception, the new understanding. Oh, the 5 of Pentacles, but we feel like throwing in the towel because, come on, I know. The world is upside down. It doesn't matter where you live. They just canceled Christmas on me. I mean, my heart broke, which is probably why the ear infection came in, because I let myself down, right? When you have a lower energy, it's a lot easier for your immune system because the rest of your body is trying to take care of you. Your immune system is the last thing on, so it's not being replenished. It's not being taken care of in the way you want. When you're working out, you're feeling alive. That's when your immune system is at its strongest. You feel like, so my Christmas was canceled. So I said, no, I refuse. I refuse it. When my ex finally had the nerve to come back and take me to the cleaners, he asked for 1,001 things. I said, listen, I was talking to my daughter. I said, listen, the only thing I asked for was Christmas morning with my children. That was my one thing that I would not budge on. Everything else, I could compromise and surrender and whatever. It doesn't matter. It's only money. It's only possessions. This is the one thing I want. And of course the lawyer said, oh, you'll never get that. And I said, he won't even blink an eye. And he didn't. So he really didn't. But that's the one thing. So last year, because of that pesky little virus that seems to just keep coming and coming instead of going and going like we would want, canceled Christmas on me, and that was the first Christmas ever. And we zoomed and we made the best of it. We thought, well, we can get through it. It's only a year. But I said, there's no way 2 years in a row. No way, I won't do it. So now I'm apparently going to be jumping in my car and Christmas Eve and driving a couple of hours one way to meet them on their walk, and we're going to put their presents there and our presents, and we'll stand there. We won't embrace the way I would love to, but I will see them for Christmas, and it'll be close enough to Christmas morning. It'll be close enough to midnight by the time I get there. But I just refuse to quit. And so this card says you refuse to quit. You refuse to give in. It's not an option. Canceling Christmas is not an option for me. What is not an option for you? Quitting, failing, not having your dream, not having your goal, not getting that job, not jumping into that relationship, not joining that group, not starting your own business, not starting a new workout plan or a new way of eating or breathing or just living. And you just have to say no. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. That's it. I draw the line. I'm going after it. It's beautiful energy. We need to stand up strong. We need to shake the dust off of us. We need to say, I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to go for it by cleaning up the mess that surrounds me right now so that I can walk freely into it. And then watch me soar. Because under this energy, especially an 11 energy day, you want to use that kind of energy. Look at that. You sit on the threshold of the door of abundance. You don't even see it. You don't even recognize it. You don't even know how close you are. This is the time not to quit, not to throw in the towel, not to give in, but to draw that line in the sand and saying, that's it. No, no more. Christmas is not canceled. I'm going to make it happen one way or another. So, yes, it's pretty sad actually, but it's better than the alternative of no Christmas for me. So, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is telling you that you already have the resources inside of you in which to take the next step. In order to build that strategy, make that plan, make it happen for you. You already have it. The veil is so thin under this kind of influence. So talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Sit in prayer, contemplation. Have a conversation seemingly with yourself about where you want to go, what you want to step into. Start making the plan, start developing the strategy. Because you have that all, you have the knowledge you need at the present moment. Maybe you need a little less clutter or changing your routine around in some way, but what you need from inside of you, you've already got. Okay, let's get a mantra card. And we have, oh, look at this, moving forward. Get ready for positive change. Get ready for positive change. And you write the narrative. This is your time to write the narrative on the positive change you want to bring into your life. Yes, things can happen that you never expected that will just throw you for, you know, it's not rocking the boat. The boat's overturned now. It's sinking. There's a hole in it. There's no saving it. That's what it feels like. And yes, life hits us like that. I know. I've walked those paths as well. It's not so much right now about what happens to you, but how you handle it. So it's keeping that eye on your goal. And yes, sometimes we have to take the detour. The road is closed, and we know we have to take the detour to get around. We simply just can't go straight. We have to detour. That happens sometimes, but it's accepting that detour and knowing that path, we want to stay over here. We want to stay in this lane because as soon as we can, we're getting off. We're going right back for that dream, that desire, that goal. So moving forward, get ready for positive change. I mean, we have the 11 energy today. We have the 3 energy today. We have Capricorn giving us all this ambition and responsibility matters. Law and order matters. The rules matter. We feel much stronger when we are sitting in an established framework in order to work towards our goals, our long-term goals especially. We need that level of comfort, of home, of the security, the sense of security and footing. And maybe that is what you're working the goals towards, making that a reality. Maybe that's where you are in your life, and that's cool too. We're all at different spots. So get ready for positive change. We will get to moving forward here. Situations and events of the past are clearing and making way for positive changes. So there you are. The events of the past are making way, right? They're clearing and they're making way. Who's clearing it? We already know who's clearing it. We're clearing it. We are doing the work to make room for positive change. Turn negative experiences into positive and more rewarding future. A more rewarding future. You already have the resources and ability to move forward now. Take a leap of faith, knowing that the angels will open doors for you and present a clearer and smoother road ahead. Don't let fear or stagnation or procrastination hold you back. The mantra is, I am ready to move forward with confidence. I see you jumping on your stallion, raising your sword, and yelling, charge. We're not necessarily stepping into that new opportunity. Chances are we're not. But we are clearing the way. Okay, let's get the animal. It was pretty well word for word, wasn't it? Huh? Each sentence was about 20 of my sentences. I should just read from the books and stop interpreting it myself. But it does, probably give it a little bit of validation when I do that. So, I know people, when I first started this, used to complain that I didn't shuffle the cards first. But I didn't want to waste their time sitting there and shuffling the cards. So now I just shuffle all the decks. So look at this. Oh, silence with the skunk. Silence with the skunk. So even this... although Mercury, which is our voice, is in harmony with Saturn and Uranus, even though they're in harmony, it's about learning. It's about being that sponge. It's about taking in that information, understanding the knowledge and the wisdom that you already hold inside, where you want to build on it, perhaps, where you want to strengthen yourself, perhaps, but you already have the knowledge. So silence comes out. The skunk, I always think of Pepe Le Pew. Oh, ma chérie. When I see the skunk, unless I'm out for a walk, then I slowly back up and walk the other way very slowly and quietly. I remember being at an amusement park with my son. We were, was probably had roller coasters involved with it, because I love a roller coaster. And on the other side of this fenced in area was a raccoon and a skunk, and they were not happy with each other. They were duking it out, whether it was a piece of food or territory or whatever. And all these kids started, and I said to the parents, I said, you really want to move your kids, because you will regret the entire drive home and probably the rest of the night and probably tomorrow if you don't, because when a skunk sprays you, it sticks to you. Okay, you know how you get that really good perfume and it just stays, or that aftershave, and it just stays for like 20 hours? Yeah, skunk. Meditate, quiet your mind, sense, respect, ego, protection. Hey, there's got to be something in that for me to say that. It sticks to you. The scent sticks to you. Huh. Something. Okay. Meditate, quiet your mind, sense, respect, ego, and protection. Silence makes the real conversations between friends, not the saying, but the never needing to say that counts. The message is for you to walk in silence. You may feel that in order to get through your situation, you need to act defensively or aggressively. But Skunk tells you that just walking in silence can be just as powerful, and that is really taking control of your inner warrior. Of just not reacting and saying, you've got to listen to me because this is the truth and this is the way it's going to be, because you're not going to get cooperation if you come off that way. They're just going to turn and walk away, just like if somebody came at you and did that. You turn and walk away, right? So you want to, when you say something, when you propose something, when you delegate something, you want it to stick to them, right? You want to be the skunk. Okay. You want them to say yes, right? So just walking in silence can be just as powerful. You don't have to convince anybody else of your path. You are the one walking it, okay? The skunk uses their odor to attract their own kind and use that same odor to repel those that don't want them near them. Choose the proper energy that you want to put out into the universe in order to attract the right kind. Pull them in, right? Absolutely. Let the good vibes stick to you. Let the good things in life stick to you. The like-minded people, your passions, your dreams. You don't have to make a lot of noise to get what you want. You just have to review the situation, act with respect, and a sense that in time you will receive. It's not about ego. It's about your confidence. So it's raising your confidence, making yourself aware that you already have what it takes to take your next steps. So how are you going to get to the point where you can actually take those next steps? It's by clearing the path, clearing the clutter, leaving things in the past, and working hard towards those things. The 11 energy will definitely reward you down the road, if not immediately. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.